What's up, ladies and gents, and it's finally time to build Devastator. Now, the one way to do this is you pretty much see it already. Scrapper and long haul and robot and the rest in vehicle mode is just simpler that way, so let's just get right to it. Starting with Scrapper, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Scrapper, we're going to press his head in, bring his arms up. Fold out his wrists like so, and we're gonna rotate his elbow, and you'll see in the actual elbow there's a this little notch. I would say if the camera would focus, I could show you better. This little notch. I'm moving it around too much because it's trying to get good light on it. You pretty much want to make it so that these little teeth, the gap in these little teeth, plug into this little nub right there. Just show you how that works. Same thing on the other side. Next we're going to, why am I flipping him all over the place? Press his shoulders in. Excuse me, gotta burp a bit. And we're going to flip him over. Extend his bucket out. Gonna bring these these sections down, hook them together, hook them back together, and bring it back down. And for his bucket, we're going to bend it this way, and then plug it until you hear that snap. So, yeah, there you have Scrapper in his leg mode. You can use that ankle tilt. Rotating the cab just locks it into place. So if you want to get full use of that ankle tilt, do not rotate the cab. Do not rotate this. That's what it. Yeah. So there's one leg. Mix mofo. We are going to flip this back section up like so. Flip out his heel spur. Flip out this little piece, that'll be the heel spur. You'll know which one's the heel spur because plastic is a bit different. Flip the wrists down. Now, I wish Mixmaster's wrists did the hook wrist thing, like his forearms, and bend all the way, but no, it just bends down up to there, so yeah, it is what it is. Unclip this section, separate his legs, fold up the ankles, and bring out this piece right here where all the where the cab detailing is. Bring that out. Tab that back together. I should really center the camera. And there you have Mix Mofo ready to Mixmaster ready to go. Long haul, my big friend. We're going to fold his head down, bring his arms up, and nearly knock him over. And they'll just soft tab into place like so. Untab the bucket from the back. Rotate his waist back around. You can plug the bucket back in. No, actually, no, we'll need clearance for it. Next, we're going to flip up his feet. And bring these big sections down right here. And we're going to come back here and open this panel up. Now we can plug that back up. I have a hard time saying bucket. I don't know why. Bucket. Is that it? I feel like I'm missing a step. Keep the legs up. I think he's ready to go. I believe so. Now we'll bring in good old Hook, Captain Hook, non-Peter Pan approved. We're going to take his forearms and bring them all the way down. This is what I wanted to see with Mixmaster, but no, just bring these all the way down and get them out of the way. But Mixmaster, if he had these, would make his leg mode a lot better, because having those forearms out is a bit awkward for me. Then we're going to Next, we're going, just flip that out. Come under here, flip out, take this purple bit in his chest and flip it out. And we're going to separate from here, this back section from here, and separate this front section from here. I've heard the stories of the scary tight untabbing dilemma, but it's not affected by me. But if you do, just shave down plastic in the clip. Take this black bit, flip it down, and this tab and these two slots will plug into these two tabs and that little slot in between. So now we orient the arms 90 degrees, and we come over here, flip out his head, flip out the dev head. No, we flip? Yeah, we put the left. Take out the dev head, and these two sections will plug into these little slots right there. And now we just come over here, flip up this cab, bring out the clip, and then come to this side, flip out the clip. And now we got the top half ready to go. Now for the arms, it's pretty straightforward, honestly. We're just going to separate these two tread sections right here and bring this section out. And this giant post just plugs into this giant peg right there. So it came undone. Rotate it so that this section is facing, this little peg right here is just facing post, is facing forward. And you could tab the treads up and they're above plug point, sure, okay. And we're just going to take our rocket pods, flip out the hands, rotate the wrists. Now, something about the wrists is that this wrist joint is super tight, and this plastic panel that's around it is super thin, and it can't pop out. So, in order to like actually rotate the wrist, you just gotta grab the panel and rotate it. Rotate the wrist there. So that sucks. And then this post, this peg will just plug into this post, port, whatever you call it. And you just gotta line that up, and as you can see, it's very much hard to do so. Can you plug in, please? Plug in? Yeah, give me a sec.
Did you stop the recording? Are you cutting this out? You're cutting this.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, got it. I was trying to plug it into the wrong section. I was supposed to plug it into this giant post where it plugs into here. So yeah, whoops, this came undone. Don't come undone. So they got an arm done. And last but not least, we got Scavenger, and we're just going to bring his bucket down and do the same thing. We're gonna untab it from here, and we're gonna take his chest piece and unpeg it. Unpeg it, and this panel likes to pop out a bit. And we're just going to rotate it so that this post is flipping up, facing upwards. Right? Yeah, that post. Then you can just, for security, just plug it right up. Plug those threads right up. Take the wrist, bring it out, orientation, and then just plug it in, and you've got that good to go. Okay, so we got all our Constructicons ready to go. Now we're going to start by taking Big Old Long Haul and Scrapper and Mix Mofo. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this tab and slide it into this section right here. This slot section right there. Move these out. Move the little scrapper's legs out of the way. Gives room. Slide that in. And then just take Scrapper's legs, and these tabs are gonna tap into slots right in here. Right in here. I don't know how well you can see them, but they just tab in right in there. Wait, there's a little. Okay, got that in. And but just take his out one click and. Okay, same thing. Same thing with Mixmaster. You got the tab and slide in right there. And Mixmaster's got the same connections too, and you gotta flex some. You gotta flex some plastic to get those connections to connect. Slide him in. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera in all ways. So you gotta flex some plastic, and that's kind of worrying because you know how Hasbro is in plastic quality. Oh, where's Mix? One. Okay. And we're going to raise the camera up. And now for, I gotta stand up. Now for a hook. You got these two little clip-me-doos right here. They're just gonna tap into here and here. And you got like 1,000 different other connections. You gotta get this slot right here to line up with a tab up here right on long haul. And you got another slot like right over here. Have a look at the viewfinder, that's gonna be difficult. Got this slot, and that'll have to line up with this tab. I gotta make sure I got everything right here, so. Line it up. This plug. I have everything right, so there shouldn't be any problems. Hook that, and clip that. And now just line that up. I might not line it up for the sake of time. I got everything good to go. Rotate that waist. Okay. I think I got everything lined. Let's give that a good push. I gotta escape the viewfinder for a bit. Make sure I got everything lined up. And you gotta push that in. And we're all good to go here. And now for the arms, we're just gonna get this big hole to go into this big clip. And you got 1,000, and you got, okay, got that going. And then next we're going to take this slot right here in the tread, and there is a tab right up here in Long Haul's arm, and we're just gonna plug that in all like that. Like that, good to go. And we're gonna take Bone Crusher, and you got the same hole, and plug it into this clip right here. And we're gonna plug that in. Got the same thread connection with Long Haul's arm and all that. And now we're all good to go. We're almost done here, folks. I'm surprised. Now we're gonna take this piece and these two pieces, and we're just gonna plug in the one side for now because Emgo's got a good point. It's easier. We got this clip right here that'll plug into this section right up in here. You got, I think it's this giant post that'll plug into this part of hook. They got 2 tabs that'll plug into these 2 slots on the scavenger's tread. I'm gonna take that, plug that in, line everything up, and the chest piece just fell right off. Come on. Get everything lined up. Plug everything in. And I think that's all good to go. Then we got the other wing that'll plug in. And again, you got the 2 tabs that'll plug into the 2 slots on the threads of bone crusher this time. Am I plugging this in right? Okay, plug that right in there. And I think we're done. And next we're going to take the gun, plug it together, give it to him, and we're done. We got Devastator up in robot mode. And holy crap, he's big. Yeah, he's a big boy. I was getting a full view of what that looks like. Holy Jesus, he's big. Yeah. Just getting on the head sculpt. I have nothing else to say. Again, this set has amazing head sculpts, and this one is no exception whatsoever. This is an amazing Dev head sculpt, even though he got a visor. I think the visor looks much better than the non-visor. Just going down, you see how everything works. He's just really, really big, and yeah, every individual Constructicon just needed a bit more paint, but he's a big boy, and he looks like, for someone who hasn't had Hercules, he looks really good. And we're just gonna get down to articulation. Head can only swivel, and I guess you can use the panel to look up, but you can't really look down. Shoulders. Alright, okay. Shoulders do a full 360. They go outward and inward. You got a bicep swivel, an elbow joint. You can't see all of this. Shoulder, bicep, elbow. You got a wrist swivel, and you can open and close its fingers. And the disadvantage of that is you got the little port that the individual Constructicons can hold the weapon with, and yeah. If you unpeg the bucket, you do get waist articulation. Hips go. These skirt pieces move away to the company to accommodate for the hip movement. They go forward, they go back, they go outward, inward. You get a thigh swivel, you get a knee joint, you get this extra joint, and ooh, I don't want to move that. And you got the ankle tilts. So yeah, he's articulated, and he's got a loose bicep for Scavenger. Scavenger's give him a loose bicep, a loosed bicep. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, just getting into the comparisons, we're gonna pull out. Here he is with Little Legends Bombshell. He's big. Then we got here Deluxe Skywarp. Again, he's big. Here we have Voyager Springer. And getting him to stand is... Why are you being tricky? He's big. Here he is with Menasor of the Combiner Wars. again, he's big. Here he is with the AoE leader Grimlock. Big. And here he is with my here he is with the biggest my biggest transformer for him, Ultimate Prime from Dark of the Moon. And yeah, now he's got the title of biggest transformer in my collection, so yay. I gotta fix stuff. And just for the heck of it, here he is with the Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. He's big. So yeah, in regards to Devastator, if you can't get Hercules, or you just straight up don't like Hercules or Gravity Builder or any of the other Constructicon sets, I don't know why that's so hard to say. He's fine. You can get him if you want. Like, for me, I would much rather have this because he's affordable. The combination, like, while it doesn't inherit the Combiner Wars, like, you know, the Combiner Wars slideys, they it still works. Who's gonna break first? I'm gonna say Mixmaster or Hook, because this section is this bit is wiggly when you shift it left, and pulling on this isn't really like the easiest thing. Like, yeah. So if you can't like really afford Hercules or don't like Hercules or any of the other third-party Constructicons, he's okay. But if you can afford if you don't like this, that's fine as well. It's all personal preference. But my thoughts on him: he's great. I love him. He is like the holy grail of my collection, and I'm just going to yeah. So there we have the devastation of December, capped off with Devastator, and thumbs up. That's all I have to say.